Oh, oh goodness, Lord help me. I gotta get my camera straightened. Okay, this is straightened. Oh, okay, no, it's not fixed. Okay, listen, we're gonna get into it right now. All right. Whew. All right. Hello, knockouts. TonyaTko here. And listen, I was not going to record a video today. I wanted to be in, I don't want to say better health, but no, that's not a good way to start off this video. Let's start again. Hold on. Whew. Hold on, let's start it again. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, all right. All right. Hello, knockouts. TonyaTko here. And right now I am reporting in live from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Okay, listen. I was not going to record a video today. I wanted to record a video a few days ago, and then my back started hurting a little bit. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wait until tomorrow to do the video. But then the next day it was actually a lot worse. And then I put out a message because I was like, whew, I was moving around like a worm. I was like a little glowworm I was scooching myself around, and my back was like really hurting. And that's when I put the message out on social media asking anyone for any tips that they have about how to deal with backache, and you guys really stepped up and helped me a lot. I put the message out on Facebook because it was a lot easier to do than to put it on my mailing list, but so many people on YouTube just aren't on my Facebook. Some aren't on my mailing list. So if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you get on my mailing list. Go to TonyaTko.com and just sign up for the free download, the free guide on self-love and trauma healing. Speaking of trauma healing. And then you could get added to my mailing list automatically. Okay, so I'm making the video today because so many people have been poking me, I don't want to say poke, tapping me on the shoulder on Instagram and on Facebook, and also in the comments on YouTube. They're like, where are you? And you know what, I thank you all very much, and I really do need the reminders because, you know, if I'm not making videos, something is not right. You know, me personally, I have to make videos because for me, it's like a spiritual cleansing when I make videos. Like I get this intuitive feeling in my spirit that's like, make a video about this topic, and then after I do, I feel like so much has been released from me. So I thank you all very much for tapping me on the shoulder all around social media. Yeah, so my back. Now, this is the thing. I did not fall. The bed that I'm sleeping on is really hard, and I started doing some research on it, and surfaces that are too hard. Do you hear that rooster crowing? It's like all of a sudden, as soon as I start making the video, the rooster's crowing. You know what, listen. Oh goodness. Forgive me for being in a towel. It's just so much easier than getting dressed. And forgive me if anything slips out, but most of my lovebirds and my knockouts who are also, you know, who were on TKO Skin have already seen me naked. So if my booty slip out a little bit, you've already seen my buns. Oh, my back, you've already seen my buns. Listen. It's true though, it's true. You all have already seen my buns. There's nothing left to hide. No, there's some more stuff left to hide. But we have so much to catch up on. So let's just get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the nitty gritty because, oh, you know what? I'm going to try to show you all. I wanted to do a nice video. So, because remember I said I was going to open up on some palm trees and stuff. So let's turn the camera around. I don't know what you're going to be able to see, but hopefully you'll be able to see my view. Not that view, babe. What you looking at? What you looking at? Hold on. Let me try. Okay. So out the window there is my side view at night. The city lights light up and it's really beautiful. Out this way is ocean as far as the eye can see. This is the Pacific coast over here. Oh, please don't show nothing back there. Like I said, you done seen it, but I don't want to, for the people who haven't, I don't want to shock your senses. I don't want to shock your senses, you know, it's too much. It's too much. Okay, so listen. Oh, now I'm not on camera. See if I can move back a little. Okay, so listen. All right. So people have been wanting an update about what's going on, wondering whether or not I made it. And I'm sure deep in your heart you already knew that I did make it. You knew that I made it. And it's like sometimes when it's time to make moves, you just gotta make your moves. Let me tell you something. When your spirit tells you to pack, honey, you pack. There's a reason. And you know what? The thing is that I half packed. You know, I got my stuff together. Oh gosh, my microphone is all caught up now. Please don't make me lose sound. Okay. Excuse me. All right, where was I? Okay, listen. When your spirit tells you to pack, honey, you pack. And me, I half packed. I half packed because it was so weird because I put that video out. And people were like, that video brought up so much for so many people, you know, and it's like, we are all mirrors of one another. And when I put up that video, it mirrored back to some people how they don't feel worthy of asking for help when they need help. I needed help. It was time for me to get on. And I received, go on to that video. It was really profound because like the first 3 comments that I got were really like, how dare you? Who do you think? You asking a lot. Who do you think you are? This, that, and the other. And I was like, because after that video, I was like, I'm going to go pack. And then after that video, I went and I half packed. And I was like, there was a part of me that was like, am I really going to be able to get out? Oh, come on, listen. I guess the doubt creeps in. The doubt creeps into anybody because it crept into me a little bit. But the thing is that I wonder, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm having some, over here, they spoil so badly. I'm having my fruits and vegetables delivered. I get fresh tropical fruits and vegetables delivered to me every week, and so I have to listen out for the truck. But nonetheless, and so the doubt creeped into me a little bit. And I was like, I don't know, there was a part of me that was second guessing whether or not it was even possible, because I was like, you know what, I'm not really giving much time, I'm not really this, that, and the other, but my spirit told me to put it out there. And I asked you all to hold the intention for me, because some people were like, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, and I was like, instead of praying, you know, visualize for me, please envision me. I asked people to just please envision me on a plane overlooking South America as I flew out of there. It was time for me to go. And one person was like, well, if your spirit, it was so interesting. One person was like, if your spirit, they were like, if your spirit tells you you need to go, then your spirit needs to come up with that ticket or some foolishness. But by the time that person wrote that, I was already in the air. Let me tell you how it happened. My spirit told me to put the video out. After I made the video, my spirit told me, send it out to your mailing list, right? I sent the video out to the people on my mailing list. I asked Buddy Pass, miles, anything that could help me get out. And the thing about it is, listen, I didn't need everybody to have it. I just needed that one. And actually 3 people came forward who had, one person had extra miles, one person had a Buddy Pass, and one person had a way for me to get the ticket through an inter-airline method or whatnot, right? And the thing about it is, when my spirit told me to pack, it meant pack. because I had an hour. Listen, honey, I had an hour to get to the airport. My flight was going to leave in 4 hours, and for international flights you need 3 hours, and I was 2 hours away from the airport. So I had like no time to pack. Like, when my spirit told me I needed to be packed, honey, I needed to be packed, because when that ticket came through, boom, it came through, and I had to get to, I needed to be at the airport with like no time to pack. I needed to just grab my bag, and I ended up getting to the airport a little bit later than I had than was recommended. But being outside of the United States, it was okay, because in the US, if you're going to Kennedy, like at the airport in New York where 9/11 happened, you definitely need that full 3 hours, because it's so difficult getting through. And then there's a few different things that I want to talk about in this video, and I want to get out of here because my back is like stiffening up from being in this position, and I want to I want to go do some exercises. I want to talk about my back pain a little bit too, and why I've not taken any pain medication. I want to talk about that. But I also want to talk about visualization, and I want to talk about manifesting, and I want to talk about, do I want to talk about negative people? We talked a little bit about that. Let's talk about visualization real quick. Like I said, there's a difference between prayer and visualization. When you pray, you're like begging. You're begging for something that you feel that you don't have. You're like, please give this to me. Please bestow this upon me. Please, because the premise is that you don't have it and you need it. So you pray for it to come to you, because you feel that that is not a reality for you. The reality is that you don't have it. And the mere fact that you're asking for it, like please, please, relays the message that you don't feel that you would get it. Because if you felt that you would get it, you wouldn't have to beg for it, would you? You wouldn't have to, you would set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. And with visualization, with manifesting, well, we manifest a lot of different things, but with visualization, you envision what it is that you want. You envision the feeling that you want to have. Like I was like, envision me flying over South America. Envision me with the ecstatic feeling that I will have when the ticket comes through. Envision me getting out of here. Envision me. And I was, you could go read the comments in the you could go read the comments on the video, but I was like, envision it. Envision it, feel it inside your being. Don't just pray, oh please, you know, let her get the ticket. Envision me having the ticket, baby. Envision me flying out. Don't envision me there wishing that I can get it. No, 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 no. Envision me out of here. Envision me in a plane, baby, with water underneath me. Envision me with mountains flying beneath the plane. Envision me. So it's like, when it comes to envisioning, we envision all the time, especially when we worry. Like when you think about something bad happening, you're like, oh, imagine if I'll trip. And in your mind, you envision yourself falling down the stairs, or you envision yourself becoming homeless, or you envision yourself with whatever it is that you're envisioning that you're worrying about. You're envisioning yourself running out of money. You're like, oh, I'm going to have to turn to stripping, or, oh, I'm going to have to go to my parents, and, oh, and you're envisioning all of these different things. And so it's like, you conjure up that feeling inside of you when you worry, and hold on, let me try to move this up. You conjure up this vision and this feeling inside of you. And, uh-oh, I hear a truck. Do you hear that? Oh, I'll know whether or not it's me, because I need some time to get up with my back. Listen. So it's like when we worry, we envision all of these negative things happening, and we fill our cipher and we fill our realm with those negative things. But you can also you can create the feeling so strong inside of you. It's like you can create the feeling like you already have that. Create the feeling like it's already true. And the only thing that has to happen is the universe has to bridge that gap. I mean, you already feel it, so it attracts you to it. It attracts it to you. So it's like, okay. So I envisioned myself getting out of there, and my spirit told me to already be packed. And some of you were asking whether or not I made it out. Oh honey, you knew that I made it out. You already, you knew, because I set the intention, and there was no other alternative but for the universe to give me what it was that I had already created. The feeling inside, it's like there's something about the emotion of it. You know, they say that we have 6 senses, you know, all the senses that we have physically, and then there's another sense, and there's something about the emotion of it that draws that to you. You know how they say that we attract like energy to us? If you can attract, if out of all the people out there in this world, if you can attract a person who has your same exact, like the mirror, the complement of your issues, if you can attract that person out of all of the many different people out there, like you see that's how some people have the same patterns in their relationships. They're like, you look at your past patterns in your relationships and you attract the same type of thing over and over. If you can attract that, oh goodness, a butterfly is flying inside my, please go, it's not a butterfly, it's a moth. Or is it a tiny butterfly? It's a tiny little butterfly. I wish I could show it to you. It just flew inside through the window because I have the window wide open. I wish if my back was okay, I would pick up the cap. To heck with it, let's do it. I want to show you this butterfly. Hold on. Hold on. Forgive the camera for being catacorner. Where's that butterfly? Look. Do you see it? It's a tiny, tiny little butterfly that just flew in. There's the window there, and I have the screen wide open because the breeze just feels so delicious. It feels so good and so amazing. All right. Okay. I'm going to get up now, and I'm going to just give you guys, let me try to get the camera. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a view. Oh, now the butterfly is flying all around. Oh, it's trying to get out. I'll help it in a moment. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about is my back pain, right? Okay, so the other day my back started hurting, and the very first thing that I thought of was that, you know, it'll go away. And I posted the thing on, when it didn't go away after the first day, when it actually got worse, I decided to reach out to, you know, my people on social media and see if you guys, I try to lean up. Oh, please don't show nothing. Let me pull the camera up a little bit, because like I said, some stuff still left to the imagination. Ay. Okay, and I'm actually better today than I was before. Like before, I was seriously like a glowworm. I was like inching along. It was so difficult to do everything. Like I'm having trouble bending over. I feel like I really need to stretch it out. But let's talk about the pain. Okay. People were, can you see me? I don't know if you can see me because I can't, the viewfinder on my camera. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Oh, bend down. Okay. All right. So, the pain. People were like, I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Let me get back in. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. The pain. So many people, so thank you so much, Roxana Nunez. She really stayed on the post, going back and forth. I wish I could pull up the post now to thank all of the people who came out and gave me their methods. Clay Jamison, so many people came forward. These are just the names that I remember off the top of my head because they interact with me a lot on social media. Who else? Oh, so many people gave me so many wonderful, wonderful bits of information about how to help with my back pain. And so, you know, I rubbed the coconut oil on, and for some reason, soursop juice really helped to ease my pain. I don't know why or how. Some people said ginger, some people said ice, and alternate between ice and hot. And because, you know, I'm here, I'm up in the mountains, I don't really have a way. Oh. You know what, I'm sorry, the breeze is blowing. I feel like just laying down I just want to, you know what, let me lay down then. Let me just lay down. Okay, there we go. Let's talk. All right, so can you hear my mic still? Okay. All right, I feel like I'm so sweaty. All right, so, all right. So I was like, this is the worst video ever. Why am I laying down? I'm gonna. This is not the worst video. At least I'm making a video because I hadn't for so long. It's been so long since I made the video because I was really suffering from some post-traumatic stress or something. After I left Buenos Aires, I really needed some time to just decompress from that situation. There was a lot of stress, strain, and a lot of just emotional turmoil involved with being in Buenos Aires, and so I took some time to just relax when I got out here. And the heat also, the heat was really profound for me because like my first few days here, the heat was too much. It was pushing down on me. It was like so much that it was like making me nauseous. It was like gripping my intestines. And it was like I wanted to throw up when I was outside because it was so hot. It's been raining a lot lately, so it's a little bit cooler. I'm still sweating. I don't have the fan up on high because I'm making the video and I didn't want the sound because the sound is like, and so you may still hear some of that. But to finish off the video, I wanted to talk about pain. And so the very first thing, before I started asking for natural remedies, the very first thing that people were saying is, you know, to take drugs, etc. And so I really, you know, our bodies are amazing. Let me see if I could try to sit up a little bit. I want to sit up. Okay, let me. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Whew. All right. All right. Towels on so tight. All right. The very first reflex that people had was that I should take drugs. They were like, take drugs, take really strong drugs, take muscle relaxers, this, that, and the other. And I spent some time talking to my body, talking to the pain, asking what the pain was trying to tell me, what it was trying to relate to me. And the pain was really expressing a few different things to me. One thing that the pain has been saying to me is that there are certain areas of my life where I am feeling too tight and not very free-flowing. And you know, I talked to my back and I asked it what it was trying to relay, and I did some visualization techniques, and there's a reason why the pain is here. And you know, I did some theta healing. I mean, I'm a lot better now than I was before. And so I spent some time talking to the pain, and I actually really, I don't want to say that I'm relishing the pain, but I am taking some cues from the pain that there are some things in my life that are not right. And so I'm going to work on those things. And then also one of the things inside of my life that's not right is how I've been taking my body for granted. You know, not really, I'm surprised by how inflexible I am. Like when it came time to really kind of try to stretch my back, I realized that I haven't stretched in quite some time, and I realized that some of the exercises that I used to do, you know, the deadlifts and the different things that I used to do when I was in shape are things that I haven't done in years. And you know, I was all caught up with TKO Skin and working really hard, and it was very difficult to get away because there were so many orders and there were so many things and this, that, and the other. And it's like I realized that I have this amazing machine given to me by the Most High, given to me by myself. I have this machine that was created of matter for me, and I haven't really been honoring it with the way that you would honor something that you value. You know, this is the only body that I have, and I haven't really been exercising it. I haven't really been doing the things that I need to do to make sure that my body is in tip-top shape in good working order. It's like, you know, we get our cars tuned up and we get all these different things done to the things that we own, but our one and only body, I can say that I haven't been as good to my body as I should have, and this has been an eye-opener for me, because I have many more years left inside this body. I have many more years left inside this body, and I want to treat it right, and I want to have a good existence in this body. Oh, yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to talk about how there's this temptation that when we feel pain, that we that we get away from the pain, that we mask the pain. Because listen, let me just make this clear for everyone. I did not fall. This is not a result of an injury. This is, like I said, the bed is hard, and you know, I probably slept wrong a few nights, but there's no injury. So if there were an injury, if I had slipped or fallen, I would have, you know, definitely gone to the doctor. But you go to the doctor, and the doctor is going to hand you pain medication to relieve the pain, to relax the muscles. I personally feel that this human machine that I have, this body that I have, is a perfect machine, and that it's working to heal itself. I just have to give it the things that it needs to heal itself. But when it comes to pain, there's this tremendous temptation to avert the pain, to avoid the pain, to get away from the pain, to not feel the pain. And this is just not only physical, this is also emotional. When we have the emotional pain, we just want to get away from it. We want it to go away. We want it to get out of our lives. And we do the things that we need to do to numb ourselves to the pain, whether it's through drugs, through avoidance, through, oh, the butterflies just came there. Did you see it on camera? We do all of these things to avoid the pain, to avert the pain, so that we don't have to deal with it. And when you numb yourself to pain, you also numb yourself to pleasure. And that is speaking to all of the people out there who have had any type of heartache and have you know, my intuition is telling me to speak about this. I saw a video from a woman who's famous online, and she and in this video she was talking about how she had gotten used when she was younger, and that she learned, and in this video she was screaming and she was really angry, and she was like, she learned to never let another person take advantage of her like that, to never, you know, allow herself to never let people laugh at her again, or never be in a position where people would laugh at her again. And what I took from that video, right, because I was looking at the video and I happened to know her, and I was thinking to myself, okay, but you've never put yourself in a position where people may laugh at you again, or where anyone may, quote unquote, use you. But have you let love into your life? You know, it's like life is an experience. Life is an experience, and it's like, if you can tell me at this juncture of your life that, yeah, on the one hand, I was never, quote unquote, used again, but I found happiness and fulfillment in so many other areas. I've allowed other relationships to come into my life. I've made myself vulnerable again. Because, you know, it's like, number one, it's like, you can't stop people from laughing at you, because they're not really laughing at you. They're it's like a nervous reflex from inside of them, that you're reflecting something back to them. Because it's like, if you listen, if you don't try, you can't fall. But if you're so worried about falling that you never try, then it's like you've wasted so much. Oh, my back. It's like you've wasted so much. And when I look back, oh my goodness. you know what? When I look back over my life over the course of this year, you know, like one person came over to my website and they were like talking about all the stupid, dumb mistakes that I've made and how they haven't learned anything from me but how not to travel. And I'm like, listen, honey, if you've learned how not to travel from me, then honey, at least you've learned something. You know, it's like I cannot say, hear what I'm saying, I cannot say that this trip has been easy. I can't say that. I can't say that this trip has been without quote unquote mistakes. I can't say that. But what I can say is that I have tried. I have. And no matter how rough, no matter how bleak, no matter how stupid I may seem to people, I have continued to try. I have. And when I look at my life, oh, when I look at my life and where I am today versus where I was a year ago, honey, I've come along. Honey, listen to me. I've come a long, long way. I've come from living a life that didn't feel like mine to doing something about it. I may not know what it is that I'm doing, baby, but I'm doing something and I'm trying, and it may not be quote unquote perfect. Oh. But there's a perfection, honey, listen. There's a perfection in, I'm trying to say vulnerabilizing. I can't think of the word, but making yourself vulnerable enough to try. I realized that I was living a life that was a lie, and I was in a life that was comfortable. Oh, was it comfortable being on the road when they had this outbreak of bed bugs in Panama? No, it wasn't. Was it comfortable when I had to sneak off the island in Honduras because the hotel owner had gone nuts? Was that comfortable? No. Was it comfortable when that woman in Lima, in Peru, when she took my deposit on the apartment and then was still demanding more because she wanted to get the US dollar at a higher rate, but when her bank lowered the rate, she wanted me to pay the difference? Was that comfortable? Honey, no. No, it wasn't comfortable. But what? Oh, baby, what? Listen to me. What was the alternative? What was the alternative to trying to sit in a life that didn't feel like mine? What was the alternative? So I left. And I got on the road, and no, nothing is sure. Nothing is sure. But I can sure bet you that the life that I'm leading today is so much different than the one that I was leading last year. At least I feel like I am onward bound. Before I felt stuck. I feel like, listen, although it may not be perfect, I'm trying. I'm trying something, and I'm going to continue to try because I am working on living my dream. And so yes, it's like people read these stories. Robert Kiyosaki talked about how when he lived in his car with his woman, I don't even remember if they had a child or not, but they were living in their car and times were rough, and he was trying to make it work with this real estate thing, and he was living in his automobile with no home, and it was rough. And it's like, so people look at him now with the millions and they're like, oh, you're so lucky. But when he was in that car and he didn't know whether he would make it out of that car, were people like, oh, you're so lucky now? Or were they like, honey, you need to go to hell, back to what you were doing before? When you read all of these stories of these people with these success stories, there's There's an in-between time where we're like, oh, well, that was just the rough patch to get you to where you are right now. And so it's like, yes, so I'm in that in-between phase right now. But I know one thing for doggone sure, I'm not staying stagnant. I'm not staying stagnant. I had a friend that called me up, and he was complaining about his life and where his life was. And I asked him, I'm like, you know, he's like, he was complaining and he was really down and hard on himself. And there I was sleeping in a hostel room with other people. And I was like just looking around at myself, and I was listening to his story, the same story that he was telling me the year before. And I was looking around at my own life, and I said to him, listen, what are you going to do to make sure that your next year is not like this year? Honey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm like, because, you know, I complained to you last year, but if you look, I'm somewhere different now. And when I told him that, that was the message that he needed to start making some changes in his life, so that next year when he calls me up on the phone, that he's not coming with the same complaints. Come to me with some new complaints, honey, some new ones, about at least trying. So if I could say anything to anybody out there, and then I'm going to get off of this video, we're going to hug. If I could say anything to anybody out there, listen, your life right now is a result of choices that you made 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last year. What are you going to do to make sure that the life that you're leading next year is not the same like the one that you're leading right now? Honey, if you're not happy, what is it that you're going to do to change it? Yo, yes! People may laugh at me, laugh at me, laugh. But honey, I'm trying. I'm trying. And the people who are laughing, I can guarantee you, those are people who they themselves have not tried. So they're laughing because they're like, ha ha ha, that's why I don't try. Look at you, look, ha ha. That's why I don't try. You shouldn't try either, ha ha. But I'm not going to let the laughter deter me. I'm not going to let the down words deter me, because I know what it is that I'm moving towards. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going, and I'm going to manifest it, and I'm going to bring it into being. I know that I am along the right path right now. If you don't feel like you are along the right path, honey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do so that your next year is not like this year? What are you going to put into place? There was a boy. I saw a boy out when I went outside a little while ago, and the boy was sad. And I called him over and I said, are you all right? Well, the boy is 18, so he's not a little boy, he's a young man. And I'm like, are you all right? And he said that he was triste, because we're speaking in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish perfectly, but I speak it well enough. He said he was triste, and triste means sad. And I asked him what it was that he was sad about, and he told me that he was having some problems in his family. And I tried to give him some words of encouragement, because, you know, listen, I've been traveling through South America now for almost 6 months, and my Spanish is a lot better now than it was when I first got here. So one of my goals was I really wanted to be able to do videos and make speeches in Spanish, because Spanish is my second language. So I was giving him some words of encouragement. And the words of encouragement, I don't know if they were bouncing off of him. I don't know if it was soaking in. I really don't know. But at one point he asked me what my view was like, because we were standing outside the building. And now, so listen, the view is the same, except I'm up on a higher floor. So it's like he's down there and he's like, oh, what is your view like? And so I don't know if he was asking me what my view was like. Listen, I can only imagine why he was asking me what my view was like, so that he could come up here because he imagines the view may be better, or maybe I invite him up, or maybe he gets to see the view, or maybe he could live vicariously. I really don't know. And I told him, no te preocupes con que, oh God, my back. I can't even speak Spanish anymore. But I told him, no te preocupes con que yo tengo. Preocupas que tú tienes y que tú vas a tener. Because listen, I was 18 once, and I told him, don't worry about what it is that I have. You have to worry about what you have and what it is that you're going to get for you. So it's like, I'm like, the view is the same. I'm like, you see the view right here. But it's like in his imagination, he feels that there's something that somebody else has that he doesn't have. And it's like, listen, we all have a different assignment in this life. And we think that we're young. We think that we're young when we're young because our physical bodies, and we don't. Oh, this is my grocery peoples. Let me see if I can get. Oh. Sí, Pepe. ¿Estás aquí? Okay, un momento, por favor. They're here, they're here. Let's see if I can. Listen, we all have different stations in life. We all are handed a different deck of cards. Believe me, my life is not perfect. As you all see, my life is not perfect. And still to some, I have more than what they have. But I was a black American girl growing up in the United States of America. Things were not easy for me. They were not. They were not. I'm the first girl on my mother's side to become college educated. The very first. Things were not easy for us. They're not easy for me now. We all have a different assignment, a different allotment in life. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with what it is that you've been handed? We think that we're young, but our souls are old and we're here for a reason. Let me try to get, ooh, I gotta, oh. Let's hug. I gotta get out of here. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Listen. I love you all so very much. We're going to pick this up in the next video. Let's talk. But if you've made it to the end of the video, I want you to tell me what is it that you're going to do to make sure that your next year is not like this one. Okay? Tell me. Hug me. Hug me. Oh, I love you all so very much. I love you all. You want to come to the window and see what's out there? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 Let me open up the door. Listo? Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna throw a sheet over me because the towel may be too small. Maybe too small for some. Listen, I love you all very much. Listen, tell me what you're gonna do to make sure that your next year is not. Oh, let me open up the door. You know what? Which is really odd. After we had this conversation, my back feels better. My back is better. Isn't that amazing? After I got that off my chest, my back feels better. I'm walking better. I'm not like a glowworm anymore. Pepe! Pepe! I guess he's already on his way up. So listen. Oh, let me get my shoes. I need my sheet. Where's my sheet? Oh, listen, where's my flip-flop? My flippity-floppities. Make sure I get my sheet around me. Oh, listen. So like I said, if you've made it to the end of this video, I want you to tell me what you're going to do to make sure that your next year is not like this year. Because you see, I'm making changes. There was something that didn't feel right to me and I made my changes. I did what it is that I needed to do. You need to do what it is that you need to do. Oh, okay. El chico está aquí. Oh, my back is so much better. After I got that off my chest, it's like the pain melted away. This is unbelievable. Hola, amigo mío. Dile hola. 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 Gracias por todo. Mira, my groceries. Let's see what I got. Oh, perfecto. Y yo tengo piña y ¿qué más? Piña, piña, plátano. I don't know why they call them bananas, plátano. Maracuya, plátano, maracuya. Oh, wow, perfecto. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más?
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
Guanábana.
Guanábana. ¿Ese guanábana es maduro? ¿Está listo para comer? No. ¿No? Oh, ok.
Es que no tengo maduro, pues si quieres me lo llevo.
Ok, ok. No. ¿Tú, huh?
1 o 2 días y ya se puede comer.
1 o 2 días? Ok, perfecto. Ok.
Aceite.
Oh, aceite, perfecto.
Uva.
Uva.
Aguacate.
Aguacate. Perfecto. Limón. Un cebolla de gran tamaño. Wow. Okay, perfecto. Gracias. Okay, listen, I'm going to take care of this right now. So listen, I will see you all later. Please remember the statement, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, ¿quieres decir ciao, ciao?
Ciao.
So these are my fruits laid out for my weekly tropical fruit delivery. These, they call plátano aquí, but I know them as guineos in New York. Those are bananas. This is a guanabana, which is a soursop in the Caribbean. This right here is a lime. Oh, this right here. This is a pomegranate, but this pomegranate is not red on the inside. It's actually white. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside. This right here is called maracuya, which is also passion fruit. If you come to my Instagram page, you'll be able to see the insides of some of these fruit. I'm going to show you the inside of this. I have one in the refrigerator. Oh, when it's falling apart. Okay, this doesn't look so. This one I put inside the refrigerator, but I need to. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. All right, it's this is not a good example, but because this part right here, I need to toss this out, but because the ants are so bad here, I put it inside the refrigerator to keep it. But the kernels of this, they're white. They're not red like the ones that I've seen in the United States, and these are really, really sour. So I put these inside the blender, and I make a juice out of them because it's really sour. You add some water and some sugar, and you're good. And this right here is called piña miel. It's a really sweet pineapple, and when you open it, it's just an amazing, deliciously sweet flavor, and it's ready to eat right now. The soursop, go Google some of these things. Some of these fruits are so amazing. This right here is actually, I don't buy these. There's a guy on the way to the fruit market. He has a tree, and so I picked them right off of his tree. See, look, you see the ants? The ants are coming for it already. I don't know if you could. Do you see them? They're like all over the place. They're like, do you see them? You see them, right? Okay, so I'm not going crazy. One has something in his mouth right there. Do you see him? What does he have? Oh. And I have one on my arm right now. Not anymore. Not anymore. So listen. Thank you all for tuning in with me. I don't know how that conversation eased up some of the pain and tension in my back. But I guess getting a lot of that stuff off of my chest, never underestimate the power of speaking your truth. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit. I don't know why I'm still filming. This is the longest video ever. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my view from here. This is how I should have opened up on this palm tree. This is my view, baby. This is my view. And this is paraíso aquí. This is paradise right here. It's been a little rainy, so you can't really see far off into the distance, but yeah. So listen, let me get out of here. I'm going to, I don't even know if I'm going to edit this video. I'll probably just throw it up. You guys have been asking for a video. I've missed a few weeks, so now you guys got something to watch. Now you got something nice and long to watch. So listen, another hug. I love you all very much. Hug, hug, hug. Oh my goodness. I got clothes and stuff put on around, please, because I'm not able to pick up after myself right now, so things are a bit of disarray. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Not really, this is life, but I'm feeling better now. I'm gonna start picking up some things. I wonder, why in your opinion do you think after getting that stuff off my chest, my back just feels better? I don't understand. Was it like a tension? Because you know what, when I was like screaming, when I was like, hear me? That's when I felt it just melted. It just melted out of my back. I don't know what's going on. Tell me, why do you think that happened? But nonetheless, listen, I love you all very, very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Love yourself. And never be afraid to go after what it is that you want. This is what I envision. I envision being somewhere overlooking the water. I envision being someplace with a city. If you guys think about everything that I've been asking for, this is everything that I've wanted. Now I should have manifested a soft bed. Let me get out of here. I have to go put my vegetables away because oh, I didn't show you guys my aguacate. You know what? I didn't mean to make this video so long, but listen, aguacate. All right. This is right here. This is a Mexican avocado. It's called aguacate out here. This is what makes some really delicious, guacamole. Right here, this is cilantro. The cilantro here is pretty inexpensive. They give me so much of it, but and then also I can show you. Let's see. The total on this is 106. Can you see that? 165 pesos, which is probably it's a little bit more than $10. So all of this for a little bit more than $10, and that came with some olive oil and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. They're calling these right here. They're not even tomate. They're jitomate. I don't know what jitomate. Why it's just not tomate. The lady on the phone said that the tomates were verde, but I'll show you. Oh goodness, this doesn't look that good right now. But this is some delicious guacamole that I made. I've become addicted. To Mexican guacamole made with fresh Mexican ingredients. It's so good. So listen. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. I love you all. Thank you so much for, I don't want to say ride or die with me during this journey, but thank you for being with me during this journey. Your words of encouragement have meant so much to me. So I'm happy that I took the risk of really opening myself, because you guys have really pushed me along, and never listen to the down thoughts of someone else, because they're really just speaking from a part of their own truth. But if you know something to be true, hold on to that and move towards that. Because like I said, my spirit told me to pack. I half packed, and I didn't even have an hour to get out of there, because when it came, and it's like, whew. If you have any questions for me, so steady. I love you all so much. Go out there and love one another, and most importantly, love yourself. I'm out. I just wanted to say this last thing. I don't want to confuse anyone. 100% of my back pain is not gone, but I would say about 50% of it alleviated from that conversation alone. I can now bend down. I dropped a piece of the pineapple on the floor, and I was able to pick it up. Before, I was having to do some toe grab and transfer kind of thing. And that's part of the reason that I'm nude, because I couldn't put on pants. It was like so difficult for me to even put on underwear. TMI, oh God. TMI was just I couldn't bend down, but now I can bend. Why do you think this happened? How did 50% of it just fly out of my body? I say that I have a small amount of pain left, but it is nothing like it was before. How did it just, where's my microphone? I'm talking in the, goodness. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. The microphone is all the way wrapped around the legs of this thing. But let me just get out of here. Let me get out of here. This is a sign I don't need to be making no more videos. This is TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace. Oh goodness, hey listen, I know I said I was going to stop recording, but I wanted to make sure that I got this point across. When we were talking about pain, I just wanted to make sure that I stated that pain is a part of life, and that rather than hiding from, shunning, or pushing away the pain, why not lean into it and see what the pain is telling us? I'm sure that if many of us took the time to evaluate our emotional pain, if we took the time to feel that pain, then we would be able to analyze why we feel the pain. Why is the pain there? What is it trying to tell us? and it can help us avert from falling back into the same situation over and over and over again. And then when it comes to physical pain, why not talk to your body? How many of us ever speak to our bodies and see, what are you trying to communicate to me with this pain? What is this pain telling me? Because you guys have seen as witnesses, after I really reaffirmed what it is that I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and that my pain, 50% of it melted away. Now I don't want to say all of the pain is gone, because it's not. There's still some of it there. Like when I was trying to get back up on the bed a moment ago, you know, I still felt some of that pain. But then maybe it's time that I sat down and asked my body, what else is the remaining pain trying to tell me? And then also, when was the last time you asked yourself what your heartache was telling you? Why is it that you feel so heartbroken about a particular thing? When I analyzed some of my past heartbreak, I told you guys what I came up with. I found out that I felt so hurt by this particular situation because I felt that this person reaffirmed my culture to me, like my West Indian side. So him accepting me was a validation for my West Indianness, because he was Caribbean, etc. And oh, someone is at my door. Gang ass? Okay, let me get out of here. It's my property manager. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Look, I love you very much. Think about that. Okay, peace.